You know that feeling when you open your banking app and your chest tightens before the numbers even load. Like part of you already knows it's going to stress you out, so you hesitate. Maybe you even avoid checking it for a while. Not because you're irresponsible, not because you don't care, but because sometimes you're already carrying so much mentally that seeing one more problem feels overwhelming. And honestly, financial stress has a way of following people everywhere. It follows you into grocery stores, into gas stations, into quiet moments at night when you're trying to sleep. It turns small purchases into guilt. It turns basic needs into mental math. Can this wait? What's due first? What happens if something unexpected comes up? And after a while, your brain stops feeling safe because it feels like you're constantly bracing for bad news. That kind of stress changes people emotionally. Even if nobody else can see it, you can look completely fine on the outside, while internally feeling anxious all the time. You answer texts, go to work, try to stay functional. Meanwhile, your mind is quietly exhausted from surviving. And maybe one of the loneliest parts is how invisible that exhaustion can feel, because people see the surface version of you, not the mental calculations, not the moments you stare at numbers hoping they'll somehow feel less heavy. Sometimes financial stress isn't loud panic. Sometimes it's quiet dread. Quiet dread every time your phone buzzes. Quiet dread checking your balance. Quiet dread wondering how long you can keep carrying this pressure. And if that's where you are right now, I just want to remind you of something important. Struggling under constant pressure does not mean you're failing. Human beings were never meant to carry non-stop survival stress without feeling emotionally worn down. So if you've been harder on yourself lately, if you've been calling yourself lazy, weak, irresponsible, or not good enough, maybe pause for a second, because exhausted people often blame themselves for being tired from carrying too much. And maybe tonight, instead of trying to solve your whole future at once, you just let yourself breathe for a minute. No pretending, no performing, no pressure to magically feel okay immediately. Just one small moment where you stop fighting yourself. You are allowed to admit this has been emotionally heavy. You are allowed to feel tired, and you are still worthy of softness. Even while life feels overwhelming, you don't have to figure everything out tonight. Rest still counts. You're always welcome here. Here's your hug. Description: if checking your bank account has started feeling emotionally overwhelming lately, this is for you tonight. A lot of people are quietly carrying financial stress, emotional burnout, and survival mode exhaustion while pretending they're okay. Here's your hug.